There's one right there.
Yeah, there's a fish right on the edge, eh?
Yeah. Fish going. No?
Hey, buddy.
It's so much fun, this bloody fishing. Come here, buddy. You're a bigger fish. You are. Oh. Alright folks, well I'm out here chasing flathead today and I'm going to share with you a heap of tips and some really cool rigging options that can get the bite cooking. It's flathead season and boy, they're great eating as well when you get those pan size ones. So let's get into it. I'll share the tips with you on how I like to do it. Hopefully it's helpful and there's going to be some action in here I reckon today. Let's go. Over here, I reckon I've got a little bank working right here that's, even though the water's dirty, there's enough water movement here to get a bite happening, and I think any fish that are sitting on this bank waiting for it to tidy up are going to be getting fed in the dirty water anyway. The fish are going to be going right into their faces, so I'm going to throw into this little drop off. Been a little bit too far in front. I'm just going to hop it down along the edge of this. There's one right there. They're right on the front end of this bank. You beauty. And the colour of it's not a bad little flathead. The colour of the lure, because of this dirty water, I'm using this darker wriggle tail. Perfect pan size floodie. He's the luckiest one in the creek though today because he's going straight back. But there you go, the prawn wriggler tail in this dirty water. I like this black and gold one. I'll give you a look at it in a sec. I'll get this flatty back in. He was too. Look at the colour. Actually, have a look at how gorgeous they are. Look at the colour on that. The sandy bottom, and he matches it perfectly. That flatty, right in the right spot at the right time, buddy. Just sit there for me. I'll get this back in, and I'll give you a look at this little wriggler tail. There, mate. There you go. And that's all I'm using, and that's the prawn wriggler tail, and I've got it set up on a EWG hook, super sticky. You can see that there, just with a little soft bead at the front there, and then a swinging sinker. And I like the swinging sinker setup because you can go really light when there's no tidal flow, or you can increase the weight very easily. You just put it at the bottom of your loop knot as you're tying your lure on. When you make your first little tie as you loop, you just thread on your little sinker, and that gives you a perfect swinging ball at the front. If you leave a little bit of loop knot there, it means that your lure is really working in this tide or in the wind. If you're up in the shallows and there's some wash, the weightless EWG hook is all that's holding that lure down, which it just frees the action of these little lures up perfectly. So that's how I'm doing it. I'll give you a look at the packet of these things so you can see what I'm using. Here they are. That's it there. It's a 95mm Squidgy's wriggler tail. I've done some reviews on the other ones, the little prawn wriggler. I don't know if I've got any here. Yeah, that little paddle prawn. I've caught jacks, trevally, tailor, flathead, brim, just about everything on the little paddle tail. But these little prawn wrigglers, rigged like this with the EWG and the swinging ball, I love them for flathead. And this dark colour, what is that colour? Black and gold, yeah, straightforward. Black and gold in the dirty water is just perfect. We've had a heap of rain this week. Had about 100 mil of rain, and it just dirties it up. The run out tide's great for flathead fishing, but it also means really dirty water, and when the water gets dirty, it's harder for them to see these lures. So I reckon that darker colour contrast is the way to go. Alright, I'm going to just slowly move into position here. He was sitting a little bit proud right up on the edge here. I'll give you a look at the section actually. I'll overlay some footage here. I'll just get my phone out and film it so you can get a really good look at this. Well, I just want to give you an idea of where I'm throwing here. You can see there's this edge right here as it drops down off this bank, and I'm throwing right into these little ripples here. The flathead are pointing their faces this way, they're facing into that current, and as the water's pushing down this way, they're picking up all the feed along here. So I thought they might be sitting a little bit deeper, but they are right up on this edge, and that's where I want to get my little wriggler. The timing's right. Anytime you see that kind of water body where it's pushing and moving like that, even though it's really dirty, this is quite dirty in here today from all the rain, it's game on. Let's keep going. So that's where I'm fishing, right along this little edge here, and he was right up on the high side here. It's less than 30 centimetres deep there, and you can understand as it gets gouged out here with the tidal flow in and out, there's a deep little section there, and the water's pushing around and down that side, down this side. So I reckon over the back there, in that little deeper section, there's going to be some more flathead. We'll get in there. Hopefully we can get another one on the wriggler. Yep. Oh, he grabbed it. I could tell that he hadn't grabbed the hook or the sinker. He just pulled on the tail. There it is. Got it. That's so cool. He came back a second time, that one. Come here, you cheeky bugger. He's not a bad fish. He's just surfing in. There we go. Yeah, they love this wriggler. I'm running it across the tide, so I'm bringing it across them. I reckon they're lined up on this bank. They're lined up on this little archy bank that I've showed you there, and crossing it across in front of them, one of them in the lineup's going to grab it. Especially when they're all there in a school competing, just makes it for such fun fishing. I reckon I might be able to get another one here. Yep. Oh, he did too. He hit it. I felt it, even with the slack line. Yeah. Oh. It's great fun chasing these flathead at any size, you know. They are just raring to go here. Because it's only shallow, I'm fishing really light and trying to give that lure as much time in the water column as I can, so that they can see it working. There we go, there's a fish. Oh, it's a better one too. That's great. Yeah, beautiful flatty off this front corner. Here she comes. Oh, mate, if I had the feed going on, Lauren's got her meal organised tonight, but come and have a look at this. That's a beauty for the pan. Oh, come up here, mate. That prawn wriggler again. Look at that. Beautiful stuff. Don't worry about that plastic. It'll flop right back into position. I'll see if I can jiggle that hook out. There she goes. Pretty well. Get out of there. And have a look at that. Aren't they just the coolest fish going? Hey? I want some more of this fun. This is great stuff. Back you go, buddy. Oh! Got me a beauty. Got me a beauty on the way out. Oh. Jeez, that went right in too. Mate. Too excited, too casual. What a bugger. That one's going to throb like mad, I reckon. Got me with both of them, the cheeky bugger. Oh, just got another. Yeah, it's on. Again, first cast after I just did the little repair job on my finger there. Mate, they are loving this lure this afternoon. There we go. And you're going to go back a lot quicker than the last one, I reckon. Oh, you're just so mad for it. Now the leader that I'm running here, I'm running a little bite leader. And the setup that I love to run, take a look at this. This is my favourite little flatty setup. It's a little 3000 size Vanford. Really, really light reel, super easy. And just getting it going, it's just beautiful in my hand. And then a 270M Zodias. This thing, you can feel the bite even with slack line. And with 6 pound line, it just fires out there just beautifully. So 6 pound line all the way through, 6 pound leader, but then for the last sort of, oh, I'm on. Oh, geez, they're going off in there. For the last like 20, 30 centimeters, I've got a 20 pound little bite tippet. And that just prevents all the bite offs. And I have to keep replacing it all the time because, you know, you get bitten off, you get this little abrasion as the flathead gets stuck into your leader on the way in, but there it is there. You might be able to see that. So from there to there is like a little 20 pound leader. I've got a little joining knot, and then that's 6 pound fluorocarbon for about 1.5 meters, and then 6 pound braid all the way back to the spool. And that allows me to just send this lure out. I can throw it at distance. I haven't even got into the best position yet, but I'm right back and I can still fire in exactly where I want to be. Here's another one. Oh, mate, they are parked up in this area. The timing is right, and I was worried today I was going to come out and catch nothing because it's just so dirty, but there are fish in there and they are ready to go. You know, the first couple of minutes I was here and I was sort of getting things set up and that kind of thing, and the bite wasn't on. And then I reckon hooking that first fish right in the bubbles and the wake there has kind of woken the rest of them up. They're all keen now. It's every other cast they're grabbing it. There we go. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Another beauty. A little bit of weight as it's keeping its head down. This is just great fishing. Here we go. Come here, buddy. And these are beautiful pan flathead. Oh, I'm going to cop a hiding, I know it, from my in-laws for not keeping these fish, because they are some of the taste. They're my favourite, the flatties, favourite estuary fish, I reckon, down here. Well, I might keep 1 or 2 jacks a year, but to feed the family, the flatties are just fantastic. Flatties and whiting, I reckon. What do you reckon? Let me know what your favourite fish is, your favourite table fish, and at what size that you like to eat. I reckon flathead's got it for me. It's a beautiful time of year to be doing it. And there's some subtle things that make a lot of difference when you get the timing right. So that the run out tide is just beautiful when you've got little sandbanks where the bait's dropping in. I'm on again. Oh. You get that run out tide, but there's also little things like that little swinging ball sinker, and it's a BKK Chinooks, I think it's called. I should get it right and let you know. They're by BKK, and they come in like a black, gold and green packet. That little hook is super sharp, and that's like a size, I think it's a size 2.0 or 3.0. You want to get a couple of different sizes, but when you run it on that little ball sinker setup and then using the little soft beads, the flathead, they just love them. Oh, mate, they are parking up in there. There must be a, yep, oh, it's ridiculous. There must be school in there, eh? They're just climbing over the top of each other for this lure. He's messed it up. Now this is that Dura stretch material. He's actually pulled it down over the little soft bead. I'll try and give you a bit better look at the rigging setup. I might even grab some footage from my phone so you can really see it and overlay it here. But that little soft bead prevents it from sliding down most of the time. I mean, it's gone down there now, but that's it there. They're just a fabulous little lure. The Dura stretch means you can just keep fishing this same prawn wriggler tail all day. This is great fun. I mean, if you bring your kids out here and they don't have to cast too far, you slowly drift into position. You know, you're not using anchor chains and that kind of thing and plonking about, but if you're really quiet with everything and then put yourself in the right position, you can. It can be some great fishing doing this stuff. And they are right up on that edge. Literally casting into the wave action. Let's see if I can be a bit better on the strike here, because I can feel the tap right through this rod. They're amazing. I fished with the Sienna combos, the 70. There's one. That's a better hit. There we go. You beauty. I set the hook a little better that time. I was paying a bit more attention. You can, on these better rods, these Zodias 270Ms, you can feel the bite a mile away with slackline, no problem at all. And it does make a difference. I've fished with the entry-level Sienna combos for a long time, and I do love those setups. You know, the 7'2", 2 to 4, 3 to 6 kilo setups, they're perfect beginner estuary combos. My kids love them. We travelled all the way around the country with them, caught a ton of barra and flathead and things on them. But this next level setup that I've been using for about the last 12 months, I can feel more bites, and that converts. When you've got a hot bite like this and you want to get a few numbers in the boat for a bit of fun, you can feel everything, and I love that because Tommy can do it too. It just makes me nervous when he's throwing it around, but he loves it, so it's definitely been worthwhile doing it like this. Yep, got it. Oh, mate, they are crawling on it. Yep, got it. Oh, good fish. Got a little head shake, and there's the dust storm. It's so much fun, this flatty fishing. Come here, buddy. Are you a bigger fish? You are. Uh-oh. You're putting up a good account of yourself. Oh, you're hooked on the top of the head, mate. Come here, buddy. Oh, okay. Get back in the water, mate. Off you go. Oh, I'm on. Oh, good fish too. We're jumping flathead. Oh, it's always the way. The bite's on and I got to leave them biting. Rightio. Well, that has been a ton of fun today, and like I said, some of these subtle differences with the way that you can rig these lures. Certain lures are fantastic for it. The Prawn Wriggler in the 95mm is a great way to do it with these little EWG hooks. The swinging ball sinker under that loop knot at the bottom part of the loop. It's good fishing. Hope you're enjoying these ones, folks. If you want to see a video with a giant flathead that I caught recently, check out this one. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.